Should be live. We're live. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Welcome. In today's live stream, I want to share with you 5 ways to campaign with client endorsements. So join on in. Make sure you share this, comment, send me a DM message. I want to know your thoughts. This is not here to talk at you, but to talk with you. And if you, person watching this, are the lucky one, you're the owner of the company, you're in marketing, you're in business development, you're directly tied to revenue generation within your organization, then this video is for you. Why is this for you? Well, I'm not just a theorist, been doing this for over a decade with technical B2B industries and very heavily focused on the content side of marketing. There's a lot of different ways to build out your marketing channels and your marketing strategies, and we've just been really heavily focused on the content side because content is what creates context as to everything that you're doing. And if you've seen some of the other live streams we've done recently, I did a handful of them last week, is really around this shift that's happening, which is doing a lot more, or I would say a lot less, doing a lot less of what everyone else is doing, which is generic marketing and generic content, and going using AI and just pouring mountains of useless content into the internet and expecting to get a sales result from it, versus shifting and relying on the most important thing, especially in this what we're calling a trust recession, is endorsement marketing, and actually using endorsements as a way to go out and campaign, whether that is through paid ads, it's through organic, it's through email, you name it. And we're actually going to talk about here today 5 different ways to campaign with endorsements. Now, in this, I said client endorsements, but think of it this way. It's not just clients who can add credibility into the services you provide, the products you provide, and the value that you bring with your products and services. It's not just clients, but there's industry influencers. There's probably influencers on your team. And if you look just across your industry, let's say you're in medical, you're in IT, or logistics, technology, you name it. Credibility is what is truly what sells, but there's a lack of credibility for hiring new vendors nowadays. That's why this is absolutely critical. If you're really just kind of flatlining in your marketing, like, we've tried everything, we don't know what to do, this is probably the missing piece. Okay, so I want to share 5 ways that you can take client endorsements and actually work them into your marketing. And whether that's clients, like I mentioned, influencers, influencers who are in your industry, no matter what your industry is, there's people who have the audience of your prospects. Sometimes it may be a platform, sometimes it may be a person, but being able to get that social proof in front of them and use that and leverage that in your marketing. Now, there's a number of ways to actually create and to do this kind of campaigning. Okay, so I recommend a combination of all 3, not just writing up 20-page white papers that no one's going to read anymore, because we all have the attention span of goldfish. But if we're looking at white papers, case studies, you name it, that's traditionally how people have used client endorsement content. But let's look at the other ways, right? There's other ways to do content because everyone consumes content differently. That can mean audio, that can mean video, that can mean visual graphics to highlight success stories, and of course, written content. So, starting with number 1 of ways that you can campaign, by the way, appreciate you watching this. Make sure you share it. Sure, there's someone on your team who needs this information, or to reinforce maybe something you've been trying to iterate with them. And so number 1, of course, is your website. Now, here's the thing. Most people maybe are doing this. if they're collecting social proof and success stories, content, is it's just going to their website, but then it's sleeping on their website. And maybe they have a buried testimonials page, and that's just not going to really get you anywhere besides someone who's digging into your website. So think of places like your homepage is number one where people are going to go. If you go check out our homepage, provencontent.com, we do this ourselves. We have a whole library of video testimonials of our clients talking about their experience and the results of what they've generated by working with us. So if we look at homepage, and I just wrote some of this down, blog posts even that are published to your website using success stories and testimony there, products and service pages, even landing pages. If you have separate pages that you're, campaigning for, if it's a little more focused, but you want to make sure that you have endorsement content there that's backing up and validating, and not just fluffy quotes that anyone can go and make up and it's generic. And I understand in some cases you have to be able to do that because your clients, you may not be able to use their name. They may work in a large corporate company that's well known and they can't validate you, or they can't, directly endorse you with their name. There's a whole nother strategy on that, and I'll probably have to do a video around that as well. But homepage, testimonial pages, case studies, product service pages, blog posts, and landing pages. By the way, I want to throw this stat out here because it's critical and just reinforcing why this is so critical, or why this is so important across the board. Generally, companies who are using client endorsements regularly, right? They're not just sitting on their website, but they're campaigning with it, generally have 62% more revenue growth than companies who don't. So go Google, just look up stats as to why using customer successes and client endorsements is so critical in your marketing. And you'll see for yourself that there's been a lot of studies done on this, and those marketers who are leveraging it are winning. Moving on to number 2 is the paid advertising channels. A lot of people go out and they create an ad, or a marketer will create an ad campaign. We'll use it on LinkedIn. We'll use it on Facebook. We'll use it on Google Ads, pay-per-click of some sort, programmatic advertising. But are you actually using client endorsements with your paid ads, right? If it is a video testimony, have you tried testing this into your campaign and using that through paid channels? So of course you got Google Ads, you can do sponsored ads, you can do, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, so many different avenues you can, but putting paid behind that endorsements to be able to actually reach, instantaneously create credibility and social proof is going to drive a lot more traffic, and it's going to drive a lot more leads ultimately. Number 2 is email. And I like the idea, if you have a newsletter, and we've tested this too, your newsletter open rates, your conversion rates, your click rates are going to be so much higher if you are actually using social proof in your newsletter distribution and in your email distribution through outbound. So if you're doing outbound emails, why not consider working in some content that is client endorsement focused into those campaigns? So those are 3 right here. Number 4 is partnerships. And so think of industry associations, think of influencers in your space. They can lend credibility. I've been doing this for years, actually about 8 years now, through podcasting and getting well-known. I'll use an example, CMOs, chief marketing officers in my space, and using them to do interviews with me. They have an audience of fellow CMOs who are potential prospects for our business, lends me credibility. It creates good content for them, and it's good content for you because it's attached with your brand, and then you can use that to go out and promote it, and through a number of these different channels, And then I would say another really good one, I actually wrote down 6, but I want to use just organic is incredible as well. If you're looking at organic channels like LinkedIn, how often are your sales team, influencers on your team, executives, how frequently, when you are posting and publishing and sharing out content amongst your team on social media, how often are you using client endorsements as that content versus more high level brand awareness, maybe bottom of funnel kind of content? And then especially on the video side, right? So those are 5 ways that right out of the gate, you can go and you can campaign with client endorsements. Now, I want to share this with you very quickly because you may recognize that doing it, it takes time. It's sometimes difficult, even if your clients love you, they like you, and they agree to it, getting them organized to capture that content and then producing it in a way that's professional. Why not have the professionals help you out? The proven content team. We've been doing this for over 25 years. So if you look at client endorsements, we have a marketing solution and a campaign built around this to help you reduce resistance in your sales process, overcome buyer hesitancy, convert deals that you would have otherwise lost to competitors, and maximize your company's most valuable marketing asset. It's buried gold for your business, is tapping into more endorsements. So reach out to us, provencontent.com. I'll put the link up here, provencontent.com. You can also message me, anyone on our team on LinkedIn, send us an email, but go to provencontent.com. We'll give you a free quote. We'll identify the right path to put together a very specific campaign to capture those success stories, turn them into great content, and then go out there and actually promote them and amplify them to your prospects. So if you want to see if your company qualifies for something like this, go to provencontent.com. With that, my friends, much love to you. Thank you for watching. Make sure you share this, drop a comment, and I'll see you on the next one.